All right, folks, about time for a cooking video. This ain't gonna be no, well, you never know. You never know what it's gonna turn into with me. I may start drinking, and by the time this damn recipe even gets actually started, the start for this video is getting all the shit together. So on this first part, this little first section, I'm just gonna show you what you're gonna need. Now, this is gonna be bachelor chili. You know, if you don't know how to cook chili and you ain't got no grandma's recipe or whatever, you go use this recipe. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be darn good. Now, you go get this at Walmart. They got these in the soup section, over where the soups are. Look up on the top shelf. That's where they are in my Walmart. On the top shelf, they got a bunch of soups in the bag. This one is the chili. And we're not gonna follow the directions. All right. You're gonna need one of those. You're gonna need 2 tomato paste. All right. And what I do with my tomato paste is I like to soften it up. It makes it easier to get out of there if you soften it up in warm water for a little while before you take it out. We're gonna need 2 onions. We're gonna chop those up. Now you can dice them real small, or you can chop them however you like it, however thick you want it, however big of pieces you want it. You do this your way. But I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna dice these up into pieces about, you know, I like it big, like it chunky. We're gonna need 2 cans of diced tomatoes. And we're gonna need a pound of ground beef. Okay, the way I freeze my ground beef is I freeze it in a freezer bag, but I do it real thin. So when it comes time to thaw it out, it it thaws out quicker. Not to mention, it takes up less room in the freezer. And also, most time in your freezer, you got that much room that you can just slide something in there. I mean, it's the perfect way to freeze your hamburger meat. And you can use any kind of hamburger meat you want, okay? I'm just using regular old ground beef with all the fat or whatever. I don't know. We'll drain that fat off later. I've got this right here, seasoning blend. It's just got green peppers, red peppers, and onions. It's got some parsley and some other seasonings in there. You can find this in the freezer section at Walmart and most other stores that sell Pick Sweet Farms vegetables, frozen vegetables. But you can look at that and see what's in there if you care to use that. And of course, you're going to use whatever spices you want. All right, and that's going to be it. We're going to brown the beef. I got a little bit of extra from something else. I'm going to use that. But folks, when we get back to this video, I'm gonna tell you some more, but that's what you're gonna need. All right, and you're gonna need a little whiskey and a little beer, and you're gonna need a little humor, and you're gonna need you're gonna need a good attitude to make some darn good chili with Rednecks Gone Wild. I almost forgot, folks. Gonna need some chili beans. One says medium sauce, one says mild sauce. You do it however you like it. It don't matter. But you get you some chili beans. 2 cans of chili beans. Let me get my where is it? It's probably in the strainer. Nope, not in the strainer. Where is it? Well, I was just cooking it. Hang on, oh, dang, that magnet's strong. Gotta smush that up. Where did I put it? This is what I do. When I cook hamburger meat, I take a potato smasher. And I know I'm in a Teflon pan and that's not good with metal, but this is the easy way to do my hamburger meat. That gets it separated and cooking. And I'll do this several times throughout the browning process of browning this hamburger meat. Yep. All right, we'll be back, folks, with the next step here in just a minute. Okay, folks, while we're thawing out our meat that we have frozen, what we need to do is go ahead and we need to get us a big pot, which I got a big pot here, and I'm going to put 8 cups of water in there. first, you don't really need to put 8 cups because what we're gonna do, let me move this out of the way. Take that paper towel and just throw it in the garbage because it's got all that oil on it. Take the contents of this bag. Take your chili out of your bag. Let me move stuff around a little bit. What's in this bag needs to be boiled, okay? Because there's dried beans and dried onions, and there's all kind of stuff in here. So that needs to be, let's just throw that in the pot. We're gonna boil it for, I would boil it for 20 minutes, okay? Now we're gonna add 8 cups of water. Be right back. Okay, I only put 6 cups of water because there's a lot of water in these cans of beans, and these cans of tomatoes that I'm gonna be using, but I got 6 cups of water in there. You can do it however you want it. You like it thick, put less water. If you like it thin, put more water. So I got that in there. I'm gonna put it on high and bring it up to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down and just let it simmer for about a half an hour. And that's gonna get the beans and all that stuff in there good and softened up and cooked to the point to where they really need to be, You know, that's where they really need to be. And that's the first step. We'll be back here in a minute once we get that done. While you're doing this, you can be browning the rest of your meat, but I gotta wait for it to thaw out. It's in here. Plus, got to have some water running over it. I got a little bit. Oh, it's getting there. Yeah. While you do that, while that's boiling and softening up, you can be browning your meat. We'll be back with the next step, folks. I'm gonna make me a blue cup, I believe. Hang on. Okay. What's that doing? Why I got that on? I don't know why I got that. Okay, while that's going on, I'm gonna cut up some onion. While I'm boiling that bag of stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and see. I did make me a blue cup there. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not, but here you go. Sip on that this morning. Go ahead and chop up an onion while I'm working on that other stuff. Get the trash can close by. Bear with me, folks. It's been a while since I've done a cooking video, so I'm gonna just show you how I chop my onion. Always cut your onion. My mom taught me this. Always cut your onion through this the root system. I guess that's the root system, but I like to cut this off first. Just go ahead and cut the tip of it off, whatever. Peel it, whatever, how you want. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it through that because it makes it easier to peel. I'm gonna cut it in half. Then we'll cut it in half again, and that'll be quartered. That'll make it 4 quarters of the onion. Once I get that done, it's easier to peel that outer shell skin off of that onion that you don't want. And I really don't want the green part of the onion either, so I go a little bit deeper than that hard skin, and I take that first layer. I like to get rid of it because this one ain't really green. I'll keep that. But a lot of times there's green under there, and I don't care for the green. All right, now I'm gonna get that, put that to the side, because you don't want all these shells. Oh, that's getting in my eyes. You don't want all this in there. So what I like to do is go ahead and just peel those, get those cleaned, get these onions cleaned up. Oh, it's in my eyes, man. It's all in my eyes. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on here in a minute. Whew. Strong onions there. These are just regular old yellow onions. I would prefer have used sweet onions, but use whatever kind of onions you like. Usually just make it for your taste, you know. Experiment with your meal, with your, you know, whatever you like. Experiment with it a little bit. Put what you kind of like and customize it for you. You ain't got to make it exactly how I like it, because I'm not coming to eat at your house. So, do it how you like it. But this is the way I do it. Cut these little tips off where those roots were. See, what that does is that just helps it hold it together while you're cutting it up and peeling that stuff off of there. I'll cut that one off. I didn't even peel this one. Got this freaking eyeballs got all burnt up from the fumes. So get that one peeled and pull the good part out that I want and throw the other part away. Now, trying to kind of keep that crap off of there. So what I do is just like I say, cut them roots off, cut that root part off of there once you get everything cleaned up real good. And I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe up my area because I don't want none of that skin to get mixed in there. So that's very important, folks. You don't want that damn nasty part of that skin, that hard skin on that onion, to get mixed in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each one of my quarters and I'm gonna put the wedge, the point of the wedge, straight up and just cut down into it. Cut that in half. Take each one of my quarters like that and put them in half. Make them in half. And I'm gonna do this to 2 onions. I'll have 2 onions done like this. And then what I'll do with those parts is I'm gonna cut those in half the other direction. Okay? Just do like that. And that's it. That's how big I like my onion chunks to be. I like the onions, and you know, I like a lot of them. So that's the way I'll do that. Yeah, I'll show you here in a minute about how big I like my onion pieces. There you go. You can see just like that. Now they'll come apart when you get to pushing it into the pot of chili, but if you don't cut it far enough in, they'll stay stuck together. Like, see how that's staying stuck together? That's staying stuck together, but because I didn't cut it far enough. So you figure it out. You'll get it done. Before you know it, you're gonna become a good chef, and people are gonna be coming to your house thinking, man, that joker knows how to cook some food. I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna eat so good. We're gonna drink, have some nice drinks and some beer, have a good time, and watch the game over at Bob's house. Bob, whoever your name is, whoever you are, they're gonna be loving to come visit you. So yeah, just make sure you get all the damn onion off of you. All right, folks, we'll be back. I'm gonna cut up another onion and show you the next step. We're gonna start adding shit to the pot whenever that stuff's done boiling. That chili mix out of that bag. I gotta take a break and get out of this kitchen though, because I can't see. My eyes are burning up with that onion. Okay, we'll be back with the next step here in just a second. Actually, take a break now and go make you a drink, because it probably ain't 4 o'clock in the morning where you live. I mean, it might be, but you're probably not watching this at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what I meant. You're probably watching it again in the afternoon or in the evening, getting dinner ready, because that's what we're cooking, dinner. And I'm doing it early because I got my energy in the mornings. I have to do everything pretty much that I need to get done during the day, first thing in the day, because after lunch, my back starts hurting. I'm wore out. Did all my chores, and I'm ready to relax after lunch. So we'll be back with the next steps here in just a little bit. We're going to start adding all that shit to the pot. Oh, that's boiled up pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down. Actually, I'm going to just turn it off for now and start adding stuff. First thing I'm going to do is just going to add my onions. Okay, I'm ready to add everything else. I got the rest of my damn onions chopped up. We'll add them to my pot. How you like the different camera angles? I love that GoPro. that William loaned me. I'm gonna have to buy me a damn GoPro, but just because of how awesome they are. They work really well. I got the rest of my hamburger meat. Put that in there. The hardest part about this whole damn thing really is the tomato paste. I'm gonna put my can of beans. I'm only gonna use 1 can of beans at first, just see how it goes. And I'm gonna wash the can a little bit with water, just get a lot of that juice out of there, because this is chili with sauce. It's a medium sauce in there with these beans, so that's gonna add a little bit of flavor to our chili. All right, next I'm gonna add my diced tomatoes, and I didn't drain these. Usually I drain these when I make soup or whatever, but I'm not draining this because I only put, the recipe on this bag calls for 7 cups of water. I only used 6. I told you 8 earlier, I was wrong, but make it to your liking, like I said. When everything's in there and it's all said and done, what you want to do is just check the thickness and see how it is once it's warm. When it's warm and everything's mixed together after it's been, you know, simmering for a couple hours, what you want to definitely make sure that your tomato paste is well stirred in, because that's going to make it thicker, okay? You don't want to deal with this thickness thing until you got your tomato paste in there, because that's going to make it a lot thicker. But 2, I have found out, makes it as thick as I like it. Okay, so I'm not going to show you me putting the tomato paste in there, guys. That takes a little while to scrape all that shit out of there and everything. So I'm going to put a little bit of this seasoning blend in. Maybe about, I don't know, about a quarter of it, a quarter of the bag. And that's about it. That's about all I need for that, because I've already got 2 chopped up onions in there. This is mostly onions. Anyhow, so once I get all that together, I want to mix it real good. Now, if it's not enough water for you, you can always add a can of or a box of beef broth. That will add some damn kick to it. It'll be awesome. It'll add some flavor to it. Beef broth is also one thing that'll help this out. Instead of adding water to it, you can add beef broth, which is not a bad idea. We'll be back in a minute, folks. Actually, we won't be back in a minute, because once I add this tomato paste in there and mix that up, all I have to do is figure out if it's thick enough for me, and then add a little bit of liquid, whether it be water or beef broth accordingly. And then I will let this simmer for an hour, just on the lowest heat setting I can find. I mean, because everything going in there is pretty much cooked except the onions. So this is heated up. I made this morning. It's going to be ready by lunchtime. We'll show you that part, folks. When we get ready to eat, I'll bring you back with the camera and we'll take a bite of this chili and I'll show you how it turned out. Let me bring y'all down to it real quick to show you a little close-up of what it is now. Well, this is before I've actually, I got a shadow there, don't I? This is actually before I put in the 2 cans of tomato paste. Let me get that tomato paste in there. And this will be ready to put a lid on and let it simmer. We'll be right back, folks, here in a little bit. Alrighty, folks, it's noon. My chili is done. Been stewing for a couple hours. I like my chili with rice. So I just made me some instant rice. Put that down in my bowl. Make my bowl so it don't fall over. This helps my chili go a lot further because, you know, it adds a little bit of something to your stomach besides just chili. So look at that. Oh my God, look at that goodness. Woohoo, look at there. It's nice and thick. I might have to thin that up a little bit with some water. It's a little too thick. Oh, let's just stir that in there a little bit. Stir that up with that rice. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Be a good pot of chili right there. We'll be back in just a second. Give it a try. Okay, I think we're recording now. All right, let's give this a shot. Get a little salt and pepper. I don't need no pepper, but salt. Now, sometimes I like to put some hot sauce in mine, but right now I'm just gonna try it without the hot sauce to see how it goes. See what it might need and what it might not need. I bet it's gonna be delicious. We mix it up a little bit more. Yeah. Woo, steam coming off of that. Well, if you can see the steam coming off of that, the fan's blowing in here. But sure smells good. I was out doing some shopping while I was cooking, and I came back in the house when I opened that door. All that smell of that chili hit me in the face. It was so good. It smelled so good. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yep, a good pot of chili right there. You should enjoy it as much as me. I like it. You can tinker with it and add some stuff to it if you like some cayenne pepper and Tabasco, maybe whatever kind of hot sauce you like. Maybe even you want to chop up some jalapenos, some fresh jalapenos, and put in there when it's add that to it at the beginning. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna have lunch, folks, and watch the news. Thanks for watching this episode of Cooking with a Redneck.